Kicking game like I'm Nintendo, packing shit, pay me Monero.
Okay.
Pay me Monero.
Hello, everybody.
Kicking game like I'm Nintendo.
Another live stream. Just give me 1 minute here.
Call a crowd strike, tell him Falcon ain't seeing shit tonight. Nope, I'm up all night like Nick at Night. Custom payloads don't shine at night. They gonna talk, but I don't listen. I just open listeners up on your system. I'm executing, time to live is long. Fake negatives, I'm being optimistic. Kicking game like I'm Nintendo. Hacking shit, pay me Monero. Backdoor flow, cause you know I'm in it. Earn my stripes, you can call me lieutenant. But I'm a soldier in general, no order. Encoded the payloads and I see no borders. Persistent threats, scan like a brother. If it runs, it runs. I don't mess with lawyers. C2 intact when I counteract. Fuck a fake
How's everyone doing today? We'll get straight to it here.
In a different language, my attribution causes mental anguish. You don't extinguish the flames in the game. Call up in your reason to fail and pass blame. Don't even alert, not talking XXS. Cause if I get a full hold, I take it to the excess. Offset so clean, I could be a chef. I could be a surgeon the way I slice.
Just double checking something here, guys.
I roll dice. Who call collected my persona ice. My future is bolder than control and beat. I enable the macros to let haters see. It's CPP, my stager goes blind. Tricking AI when it tries to unwind. My execution flow might as well rap. Sandbox application, I just yell cap.
Okay, our Kadena token is actually not listed yet.
So I don't bombard. Recursion expensive when stages embark. One mistake could expose tear apart. Saying serif, I write code up in cursive, no sheriff, but I start my shit up on purpose. Wild card, tearing files apart. I could
get an invite to the Discord here.
Chrome passwords, cast into Mimikatz, but you have when I crack, that's my fishing hat. Click the link, open the zip. PDF icons, it's time to cook. Who the fuck even pays attention? Email cash, like my Outlook. Fingerprints, TLS full of hints. Tor browser, I had in the mix. Hopping shit like I'm a rap.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody. We've been doing a pretty consistent live stream since I've been back. Just getting reacquainted with the whole process and, the time required. I know I don't have as extensive charting and thesis and other basic research as I used to. Again, it will take some time, so you will have to be forgiving on that. Now, just discussing with the CFO, COO, etc. tonight, which means I got to send something. Just talking shop, discussing strategy, as everyone else should be. Okay, but our website, trillioncapital.ca, not only can you retain our services, book an appointment, etc., but there's also the Pluto's clothing brand, which there's the 2 collections. I am doing a shameless plug. I don't really care. So we have the Venetian Carbon collection, which is the Italian graphene shirt, which is authenticated through the Casper Chain Trillion Carbon token. And you have the Havana collection, which is authenticated through the Nexa Trillion Carbon token. We recently, as of yesterday, made the Kadena token, which has yet to have a product or item authenticated through it, but we do have some early purchasers of it. So thank you very much for supporting us on that front. Again, the Discord does have a rail that must be acquainted with in order to gain the VIP access. Again, that is only to keep it focused on research only, to avoid the catastrophes that happened last time, which led to the inevitable downfall and problems that I guess you could kind of say still linger or got worse up until today. I believe it's important to move forward, and I want this one to be much better than the first, much more professional than the first. So I encourage everyone to hop in there, support the Trillion Carbon token, because we want organic volumes flowing to the token. It is nothing personal. like I said, it's $10 Canadian, so it's about $7 US. Buy 100 of them, hand them out to your friends, whatever you would like to do. Again, none of the proceeds in the Nexa, Kadena, or Kaspa is spent. It actually just goes to back the token itself. And essentially, it's just a grand experiment. I spent, a little bit of money of my own to get this Discord set up properly and secured in the best fashion I could. Given the talent available, which I am very grateful for, and for the token creations themselves. So it's just a slight subsidization of that. So again, appreciate it. If not, that's fine. I'm taking everything in a new direction. Perhaps it's not what everyone would like or would want to see. But again, the people that are seeking to get involved are of a very astute business acumen, and I want to keep it to the pedigree, to the people that are calling, showing interest, and to those people I say thank you very much. Again, 10 is the minimum, not the maximum. And again, Kaspa token is actually tradable on both the Caspiano and on the KSPR bot. It is $1 Canadian per token in thereabouts, given the complexities of the actual token price fluctuations and the volatility attached therein. So thank you for supporting that venture, experiment, what have you. I appreciate it. But going forward, I mean, I guess I will just show it, because I guess there is the locked access in the Discord or whatever. So I'm going to share my screen here. I'll just take it on a brief preview on what I am envisioning for the future, because again, we want to attract top-notch talent, and we want to have that top-notch talent in the ivory tower, away from any of the inherent problems that and tribalism that naturally occurs in the space. Myself, obviously, an offender of that as well. None of us are perfect. So anyway, again, if you want to get involved, more than welcome to. Certainly welcome any and all help and unique perspectives, unique research. Let's go with entire screen. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully the computer doesn't crash, as historically it has. Okay. Excellent. Now, go here. Okay. So, this is the Trillion Carbon token on Kadena. So this is the future of the digital aspects of Trillion Capital Toronto Corporation. We have this digital ledger. And again, these are used for internal corporate purposes, whether it's authenticating shirts or retained client services, or for speculation, if that is what one seeks to. And anyway, so again, this was a thank you to Amir of Kadena, who will likely be on the show again. And I want to make it clear that we have, the Nexa developer booking an interview. We have the Etiquette developer. There's a research firm that is very interested in coming on and being a part of the environment as well. We have Kevin Watt of Etiquette coming on. I know I said that, I believe, briefly yesterday. The Kaspa Piano gentlemen and developers are going to be coming on. And that's kind of the direction I'm going. Is we have our token. Here is the Kaspa Piano. Token Go on Kadena. Thank you to Amir for helping me with that early into the morning yesterday. You have this. This is the kas.fyi website. You can see here the price has remained constant. The transfers remain continuous. So thank you for everyone for supporting for it. But you can still see there are many holders, 98%. If we go to statistics, the prices remain constant at 5 Kaspa, which is about $1 Canadian. And what's great about this, and again, I forked out the money for this, is the KSPR Telegram bot can be purchased there. And the Kaspa Piano is there. Now, the volume shows 24 hours of 0. That is because it's all OTC. And that is what I'm seeking to change. I want real, organic, authentic volume and trading on this. Hopefully this is an encouragement to do so. So anyway, so you can see the holder count continues to grow. We still have 43 more graphene shirts to be authenticated, of which Jackie is and should be shipping me those, or emailing me those wallet addresses soon, and that will make the holder growth go from its current number of 37, adding another 43. So that'll be about 1% of the Casper token supply already dished out and doled. And again, those envelopes authenticate the shirt. I highly suggest to those who have purchased it or are considering purchase, do not open that, do not scan, do not move those tokens, because you're going to have a hard time in the future if it does, gain value or what have you, proving that it has not been tampered with and what have you. So that is exclusively for the shirt. And in order to get access to future collections first, you do need the 100 trillion carbon tokens in order to purchase anything Plutos related, which the Havana shirt and the graphene shirt give you for free, because those are the first two collections. The prototype, if you will. It's a thank you note, if you will. So you can see $1 million market cap is Canadian, about $1 million, because it's supposed to be $1 Canadian. Now, after all these tokens have been distributed and sold, the free trading, again, Casper Piano is more than available to already do so. The Kadena DEX listing on what used to be KDEX until Flux bought it, which I must say, and everybody knows I have problems with Flux, but I must say I'm very envious in a good way that he was able to acquire that and keep that going. I think that's actually quite a brilliant play. And it's for a good platform and a good cause. So let's pass the hat for a worthy cause there. So hopefully we'll be listed there after Mir manually approves us. Thank you very much again for that. And then here is the Cas Piano listing. So, we have multiple buy and sell order. Anybody can buy. Again, there's 10. So $6.30 US to gain access to the VIP for Trillion Capital. Again, you can spend 100 and dole out 10 to each of your friends, etc. And I just want the holder count to grow. I want the volume to grow, and none of the Kadena or Caspa or Nexa backing any of these tokens will ever be moved unless it is to fuel other expansion or growth of the research platform. Because I want to relaunch the research platform that everybody knows. The brilliant team we had assembled was truly taking market share away from the scum, changing the way research was publicized and conducted, holding teams and researchers accountable, and really changing the game. And that's what I want to get back to. We've had enough of a pause, enough lessons learned where we can certainly do that again, and I cannot wait for that to be fully realized. So it's very exciting to me, and I look forward to it. Now, there's that. Now, here is the Nexa token. Again, if you go here, you can see all the statistics. These 130, that's backing the Havana collection shirts. So you have the transfers here. Again, about 1% of this supply and 1% of the Caspa supply is already gone, and will likely never be moved or never be swapped, anything. So essentially, it's like a cold storage burn, if you want to call it that. The DEX for Nexa has not been listed. So again, the Nexa token remains the most illiquid, requiring OTC purchases, direct contact with me, email, phone number, etc. The Caspa one is traded on 2 exchanges and can still be done OTC if you wanted to, but it's perhaps the most liquid. And the Kadena is the most liquid in terms of most exchanges to buy the initial Kadena, but you still must either swap or wait for the Americas DEX, they renamed KDEX, in order to be approved, which should be taking place any second now, for trading there. And you can provide liquidity to that, essentially, et cetera, et cetera. And the more you squeeze a handful of sand, the more sand slips through your fingers. So many people ask me, what is the use case of this token, whatever. First of all, it's an experiment. Second of all, we're building on proof of work chains, on commodity-based chains. We're building on the chains we're mining. for further research and development and synergies and corporate purposes, whether it's internal, external, etc. But the third thing is we want to create an easy access point to the Trillium universe as it continues to expand. So it's, again, rather than dictate what its use cases are, I am simply expanding the examples of what it can do for. So that is that. This is our revamped website. Again, for the blog, you can have your email. You can phone us for various things, whether it is research, whether it is crypto research, equity research, portfolio construction, ongoing management, mining research, or just to chat. We are certainly available 24/7. Here is the Plutos brand, of which the 2 collections can be ordered from. Again, as always, I'm not a hard person to find. So, here's the shop. We have the Venetia Carbon and the Havana collection. Now, there is the deal if you buy both of them, especially in crypto, there is a slight discount, and that is only because of the initial launch of the project and this initiative from this acquisition. If to the crypto-focused gentlemen, that font should seem familiar because it is, in fact, the Dynex font. Thank you very much for the permission to do so. And it's a very unique touch. And obviously, everyone knows I love Dynex. I have the book over there. I continue to read front to back in awe of its complexities and its achievements thus far. And so it's a nice little tribute to those who care about the smaller details. To me, that honestly makes the logo that cool. So it's actually so Plutos is the Latin word for wealth, and that it was translated down to the Greeks. And then the Roman Empire, denarius coin, which is dinero, where that comes from, that is the Julius Caesar. That was actually the coin. That's why it's the coin logo, and it's Julius Caesar, the denarius coin, with Plutos as the wording. So I think it's quite cool, quite interesting with the blockchain backing. I think it's quite a unique product offering as well. My Twitter account, obviously, there's no surprises there. And that's basically the current. So I just kind of wanted to go over that real quick. Now, in terms of the future of the channel, I want the top talent. I want the top researchers, developers, project managers, anything with anybody unique. I just want everybody to come together to create the best research firm possible with nothing but the raw data. That is what I'm seeking to achieve. That's what we will achieve. Cost it what it may, take as long as it may. I have nothing but time. And in the meantime, we will continue to expand our horizons, our verticals, and our revenue streams in Canadian and US dollars. Hopefully in the European market, we will see. So that is where we are at. So the future of the channel is an integration and further uses of the token, as well as having synergies within the corporate enterprise of other revenue streams. Sorry, I am just... Yeah. Sorry, guys, just getting an email here. Yeah. So anyway, that's where we're going. That's what we're doing. And I hope everyone kind of understands the vision I have, and we'll see who and what and how it reaches the goal line. In terms of mining, those all three projects that we are simultaneously mining while trying to accumulate as much as we can and continue to build on. So I am leaning towards the Caspa pianos and the other teams that are actually trying to build on top of these layer ones, because there's no shortage of chains that are being built. What good projects being built on top of them is what there is lacking. So that is what we're going to try and do, is to try and actually build on some of these chains and experiment that way. So if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, etc., feel free. Our equity research indicates that regardless of what happens with any presidency, inflation is going to be fairly entrenched and reaccelerating. So the dilution of the currency will obviously lead towards asset prices continuing to go up, whether it's real estate, crypto, what have you. Something to keep in mind, because there is the stagnation and innovation in these crypto projects, and it makes it very difficult for future mining ventures to be determined. So like I said yesterday, we were actually looking into the past for other different avenues to travel down. Older coins, whether it's Virus, whether it's Nexa, whether it's Warthog, but we believe that these are the projects that have the most value and certainly have the capability to survive both high interest rates and lower interest rates, high and low liquidity environments, and geopolitical risk wherever their operations are headquartered. And I think that's almost more important than the algorithmic side, although the algorithm is equally as important, because we need to remember that its unique algorithm is certainly what sets it apart from now and into the future. Again, the carbon tax continues to increase in Canada, so we may be running out of time to remain competitive mining in Canada, but we will certainly push the envelope in terms of the hourglass running out. Again, the sensors continue to outperform anything and everything else that we look at, and we will continue to look at other options. But again, even right now with the FPGAs being fixed on the Osprey side, we are just swapping that directly on Unmineable to Nexa to accumulate more and more, because we do believe that has the most potential. I believe that having after Nexa will mark a substantial upside event. A catalyst to the upside is certainly going to happen there, because the past 2 years, its plague has actually been the continued emission schedule. On the CPU side, again, I believe Etika is Etika is certainly the most innovative one on the CPU side, but paired with Monero as a hedge, perhaps 50% CPU hash rate on Etika and 50% on Monero, would certainly be something fitting. I mean, it's something we've done, except our CPUs were preoccupied with Warthog, but the hash rate has gone through the roof, and they do have a halving next year for Warthog. So a brief pause going into year end may be suitable. I believe Son of a Tech Locals has a lot of BC250s now on there, so I'm not sure how competitive it would be for us to remain on there. But so far, we still have not changed very much. But a 100% Nexa and Etika combination for CPU and GPUs is likely going to be our fourth quarter play, and we'll see what happens with that. Again, no matter what we do, our GeoNet subsidizes our entire operation, which is just incredible. And again, I just encourage everyone to look at that new device where it's the GeoNet and WingBits in one. I think that's a very great product offering. and the benefits to the portfolio, both on the diversification side and the revenue side, is very intriguing, very attractive. So something to look out for there. And again, as we progress into the future here, as the title of the video states, the future remains more on the research side. Continue to be a practitioner that remains ethical, remains honest, and remains transparent. And we will continue to keep everyone updated on our movements, on our hash rate designations, and our hardware selection, as well as algorithm choices. So just wanted to take everyone through a brief rundown on the Discord and the directionality in which I wanted to take this whole thing, and kind of give it a little explanation. If anyone had any questions, if not, I'm going to shut this one down. I got plenty of more research to do in the middle of the night here, and some phone calls to make and some emails to send. So, yes, thank you, everybody. Again, come in the Discord. I did post the invite below. If not, it doesn't bother me at all. Quality over quantity. It is what it is. We did it once before. I'm sure we can do it again. So, thank you, everybody. Signing off. Take care, guys.